that Herschel Walker guy, 87% of evangelicals, the guy stood for everything that they against.
Yeah.
They're like, that's our guy.
Bro, my dude was way off.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
even in, what was it, in Tennessee, they just outlawed slavery.
No, four states in the United States didn't vote for slavery to be removed from the ballot, from their state.
Which is like,
it's 2022.
And somebody was trying to, bro, my thing is, I went to the comments, right? And somebody was like, well, they're not talking about that type of slavery. It has to do with like the working environments. Like, it's either you want to go work there or you. I'm like, you should go ahead.
I saw this joke the other day. Was a guy was going. He was talking about pedophilia, and the other one he goes, it's very difficult for you to explain the version of pedophilia versus the other one, which is literally like they're still bad, both of them bad. He goes, without sounding like a pedophile. That's the same thing as that person. It's very hard for you to try to explain your version without sounding like a slave owner.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Random Ventures of Alex and Alan. Yes.
नहीं, I'm sure. नहीं वो किसी का नाम नहीं लेगा.
पर
name everybody.
कर दिया उसने.
Everyone.
जिद्दी तो था ही. मानना पड़ेगा. हाँ मतलब वर्ल्ड लेवल पर ऐसी प्रेस कवरेज आज तक किसी भी घटना को नहीं मिली. 12 से 15 कंट्रीज की प्रेस ने कवर किया.
Tell me who your other associates are.
Be like this.
You can beat him, torture him. He was in the military.
What organization do you work for?
Why would you hit him in the mouth? Because he can't talk.
Why did you do this? Tell me the names of your associates.
Bro, tell him to do this. Once they do this, I'm singing.
Who are your associates?
I hope he escapes.
This is the last place he lived?
Yes, sir.
Right, check underneath the bed.
Sir.
Quite the collection.
Marcus, I saw your passport.
Look at this, sir. Directory.
Paxton Hall.
Right.
You sure it's the same man?
Yes, sir. We're certain of it, sir.
They're like, oh God.
Punjab 39, 37, Punjab 33. Here we go. This is the one.
Well, if he is our man and he came in 6 years ago, what the hell has he been doing since then?
Trying to get in.
Clear. Bring him down.
This one tastes like the river water.
Sit down and shut up.
इंडिया से अभी कौन-कौन आया है?
Sir, when did you enter England?
Sir, January.
Show me a passport.
Passport दिखाओ अपना.
What do you know about this Sher Singh?
शेर सिंह के बारे में क्या जानते हो आप?
On your feet.
Are you Surat Ali?
Mr. Kopica, do you know this man?
Yes.
I had nothing to do with this killing. He did it alone.
You deny your links to the Communist Party?
No.
So, he met you quite a few times, this,
Yes, at the Gurdwara, a couple of times, maybe.
Just a couple?
Maybe more, I don't remember. How did he get the gun?
I don't know.
You don't know.
That's all.
Yes, that's all.
You're gonna have to come with us, sir.
He's a small-time businessman. His name is Baba. Fond of laddus. I mean sweets. Very passionate about India's independence.
What else?
I told you, sir, we used to visit Gurdwara sometime.
Cut this nonsense. What else?
It's some of the worst
I
interviews.
don't know much about him.
These guys were stressed.
Right. So what have we got?
Well, we figured out he worked in a cotton mill in the Punjab in about 1919.
Any family?
An orphan. His mother died when he was 6, his father soon after that. He and his brother Udham, they grew up in an orphanage.
Any other relatives?
Some cousins, but we're not sure yet.
Immigration records show that he entered London several times since 1933.
Oh, he was going
using
back
different names. Sher Singh, Uday Singh, Udham Singh, Azad Singh, and Frank Brazil. He first settled in a small apartment in East London.
This guy's good.
Constantly shifted residences almost every 6 months. From the east, across to the southwest at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
While here,
Alex.
he tried to organise an international network of rebels for
in
the
there the whole
Guardian
time.
Party.
This guy's good.
Making contact with sources across Europe. There's a police complaint against him in 1937 for publicly beating another Indian in a brawl at a bar in South London. He obtained a local peddler's license, working odd jobs as a stationery salesman.
Bro, he's been
also
deep.
an extra on a movie set.
I'm a salesman.
Sometime later, he's spotted at a flea market selling lingerie. And he owns a Fiat car by now.
He did everything.
Bro, this dude is unreal.
He was like to the point.
Bro.
He's like,
They're like, what is he?
Yo, back to the skies.
Our last entry in the records show him working as a welder in an iron factory in East London. This was about
That's
6
why I made
months
the gun.
before the assassination.
Oh.
Nah, he's plotting.
Bro, once he's in your house, it's over.
So many questions, Al. Oh, I like how they're going back to show us how that.
I heard this man was under our watch. How did he slip through? Well, he was put under watch 9 years ago, sir, when he left prison in India, and in that time basically kept his head down and lost track of him.
A few weeks ago, we had a tip-off from the passport office. But by the time we'd got there, he'd already fled.
Are there any other conspirators, any other associates? There may be others waiting to strike at high-level targets.
Kill all of them.
Have a look at the Germans. We can't take any chances.
Sir.
Who are you? What is your name? When is the next attack going to happen?
अगला अटैक कहाँ होने वाला है?
You thought you got them all, didn't you? Well, you didn't.
सरदार खोल मैंने 6 के 6 दाग दी थी ज़ेटलैंड में मरा ना
He said he fired 6 times. Isn't Zetland dead?
सिर्फ डायर
I'm going to ask you one more time. Who are your associates?
और कौन से साथी तुम्हारे साथ हैं?
Bro, I'm never getting close to somebody like that. That's how they spit in your face.
I do not feel pain.
Yeah.
I see death.
He's good here.
Feel no pain.
How you gonna break a guy that's already broken?
Water.
You've eluded us for 9 years. I mean, you must have made some really nice friends. Come on, tell me their names. Tell me everything about the collaborators. Come on.
हम तुम्हें पिछले 9 साल से ट्रैक कर रहे हैं. तुम्हारे साथ कौन-कौन हैं सबके नाम बताओ.
That's so weird.
Tell me about the next target. Who is the next attack for?
Come on, you can tell me. Just try it.
I'm done.
Just try and give us one little name. Tell me of all the other important figures you were following.
Don't they know? That's how the rookies don't understand pain threshold, control gate theory. Your brain only allows one major pain at a time. Like, what kind of rookies?
Really?
Yeah, that's why they'll tell you like distractions and stuff like that help a lot with the brain and pain control. So like, if you cut your finger, and you're like, oh my god, break your leg and see if you think about your finger again. You see what I'm saying? The brain only processes.
You have to do it in a funny way. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it's the way you
like
said,
I saw it in the movie.
the guy
got shot, and it was like and then the guy was like, "Let me see," and he just went like this, broke his finger, and then the guy was like, So the focus is on because that's worse than getting a shot in the thigh. That's good. That is instant pain. So your brain's processing at that time. So you also at the same time, like too much pain, your brain shuts you down. That way you pass out. That way you're not feeling it. So I'm like, you guys are just
gonna make it pass.
You guys clearly didn't study this. These rookies.
Да что такое? Это что?
Are you Russian? Are these your papers? So, did he have any visitors?
An Indian man and a lady.
An Indian lady?
No.
British?
Yes.
Bro, I want to know the plot line for this.
Detective Thompson, sir.
Let's put him through.
Gov, he was frequently visited by a British woman, an active member of the Communist Party. I suspect he may have established links with other extremists through her.
Eileen Palmer? Eileen? I Surat Ali, friend. Surat Ali, friend.
You're not registered with the party, are you?
Party? Yes, I was. In India, HSRA, I was party.
HSRA? Bhagat Singh's HSRA.
तुसी जानते हो? Bhagat Singh, you know?
Yeah.
I'm in.
What do you want?
I need help. I fight for freedom of my people.
Fight for the freedom of the whole world.
No.
World.
She's watching the people that go, all lives matter. The focus right now is the Indian people that are getting shot on by your people. We're not focusing on the whole world. We're focusing on the Indian people. It's like, I fought the whole people. Did I stutter?
The whole world.
Did I stutter? I could not.
No.
Indian
you equal, you march for being equal. I know equal. I know free.
Literally.
First my country free. Then equal. Then march, equality.
He just simplified everything there.
Right.
I'm Detective Inspector Sway, and I'm in charge of your case.
Okay.
You can start by telling us your name. What is your actual name?
तुम्हारा नाम क्या है?
About Whitman.
No.
He's trying to get by.
No.
Because that's going to help.
This is Scotland Yard. We will dig everything out, one way or another. So, who are your collaborators and regular associates?
और कौन है तुम्हारे साथ?
There's no way that a carefully planned assassination like this can be carried out without the support of a big organization.
इस किलिंग के पीछे कौन से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है?
There has to be an organization. First came to England in 1933, is that right?
1933 में तुम इंग्लैंड आए?
Since when you were a regular at the Shepherd's Bush Gurdwara and the Punjab restaurant. You must have had the support of all our regular rebels who frequent such places.
गुरुद्वारे में और भी एक्सट्रीमिस्ट आते थे?
Kopikar, SS Johal, Surat Ali. You honestly expect me to believe that they were not involved? What about Eileen Palmer? What's the nature of your association with Eileen Palmer?
उसके साथ तुम्हारे क्या संबंध है?
Crazy. Clap City, it was.
When did you meet her?
कब मिले उससे?
When you first came here?
I'm telling you, I feel like he's literally created an entire web line.
I feel like he used her to like throw them all off.
In you get.
So you admit that you know him. Surely then you knew that he was a wanted man before he came to England.
I knew him, but he didn't talk much. His past is a mystery to me as well.
So, for just how long have you known him?
It's been about 4 years.
And you saw him throughout that period?
Frequently, not all the time.
You knew him very well. Would you say that you were just a friend, or
You say he's just a friend?
maybe a little more than that?
I was getting clapped. What? Crazy. The clap.
Don't you think that's personal?
Were you aware of what he was planning to do?
No. I already told you I didn't know.
Privilege. What? My dude was on every corner of this freaking country.
लुइस सर कॉर्नर IRA के आदमी है, काम आ सकते हैं तो मिले उनसे.
IRA, that's the gun. Or NRA.
In a major raid on suspected Irish Republican Army hideouts, the police have seized more than 3 tons of explosives, along with a large amount of propaganda material, seeking new recruits to join the Irish rebellion. 7 men have been arrested and 1 fatally shot.
Stop! No!
Oh boy. Jeez.
Jesus.
Intelligence agencies say the raid was significant in preventing the IRA from imminent acts of sabotage on British soil. The call to ban the Irish nationalist guerrilla group has been gaining momentum in political circles.
So what is it that you're planning to do?
Don't ask him.
You are planning something. How can I stop you?
I need guns. Your contacts from IRA or...
I have nothing to do with them.
My country, I prisoner. Watched all the time. I can't मर्जी के बीज नहीं बो सकता मैं. गीत नहीं गा सकता. Poetry, even poetry band. No free will. Can't breathe. I here, in exile. Forced out. My country. My own country.
You want the freedom of your people. You should be there, not here.
He's in the motherland.
Go home and fight shoulder to shoulder with them.
Shoulder to shoulder, yes. Shoulder to shoulder, I want. I can't.
So you think I'm gonna be here? You think I was feeling
My party, HSRA, finished.
No, you didn't. No, you
Everybody
didn't.
shot, hanged. So I fight, different way.
What's up?
You thought I was feeling you?
Oh.
That's so, like, why?
Eileen, please. Please.
Go to a back room.
This house. It's just through there, on the left.
There?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
I want landing in India. Balance after delivery.
Why should I trust you?
You see Bloody Sunday? I see Bloody Sunday in India. I see death. No sleep in years. Your revolution, my revolution, same. Common enemy. You lamb, me lamb. Butcher, same.
Simple.
You see, Eileen, I'm finding it increasingly hard to believe that you were unaware of his extremist activities.
He wasn't regular in any manner. In fact, he was erratic, somewhat capricious.
While he was here, he made a deal between the IRA and Indian rebels for arms. Fortunately, we intercepted that shipment. Are you aware of that?
British police have foiled an arms conspiracy between Irish and Indian rebels after a major consignment containing grenades, rifles and pistols was intercepted at the port of Calcutta in northern India. Links to the banned revolutionary group, the IRA, are being investigated by British intelligence.
हुआ कैसे ये सब? तुम्हारे कॉन्टैक्ट्स तो सही थे ना?
इन्फॉर्मेशन यहीं से लीक हुई।
यहाँ इंडियंस पे सर्वेलेंस बहुत बढ़ गई है। आयरलैंड में छापे पड़ चुके हैं। अब यहाँ भी लोग पकड़े जा सकते हैं। तुम रशिया में अपना कॉन्टैक्ट यूज करके निकल जाओ यहाँ से इमीडिएटली।
It's snowing, snowing. Don't go.
You be safe. And thank you for helping.
He was in there. Guts.
Sweet watery.
And I get to come back.
I keep fighting.
She looks real 1913.
There's a re-entry here under the name of Uday Singh. Is that you?
इस पासपोर्ट में तुम्हारा नाम उदय सिंह है। क्या तुम उदय सिंह हो?
We've confirmation now that you re-entered from Russia. Who did you meet? The Red Army? The Communist Politburo? Another arms deal, perhaps? Where was the delivery planned? Here in London, or was it Spain? Is that why you travelled to Spain from Russia? to support the communists in their civil war.
В Европе. особенно из-за...
लेकिन आप जैसी एंटी कॉलोनियल कंट्री के सपोर्ट के बिना हमें सुनेगा कौन? आप वर्ल्ड पावर है। इंपीरियलिस्टिक ब्रिटिश के खिलाफ आपकी आवाज उठनी बहुत जरूरी है। हमारे कॉमरेड्स के पास वेपन्स नहीं है लड़ने के लिए। लड़ेंगे कैसे? We need weapons.
Мы должны обсудить ваше предложение на политбюро.
हम आपकी बात पॉलिटब्यूरो में पेश करेंगे, पर मैं वादा करता हूँ कि सोवियत यूनियन आपके साथ है।
Но мы сейчас на пороге войны, и время еще не пришло.
हम जान की तैयारी में हैं, और ये बात सही नहीं है।
Oh my gosh. On to the next.
So what else were you planning then? A little bombing campaign, perhaps?
रशिया जर्मनी गए थे, वहाँ किससे मिले?
Do you really think that the Nazis and the Russians would lend a helping hand and we just stand idly by?
You did. You even know what's happening.
You want us to believe that you came back only for a Dwyer? Hmm?
पता लगा?
केंसिंगटन गार्डन्स के आसपास रहता है। मंडेस को चर्च जाता है, फ्राइडे को सिनेमा हॉल और सैटरडेज को क्लब।
पक्का वही है?
मैंने खुद देखा है।
Public places every time. Not put my name with anything.
So, Michael, I see you at 4 o'clock.
With this whole thing, bro. This whole schedule was done. Alex could kill the guy in time.
You made it public.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we come to Amritsar. And inevitably, if we come to Amritsar, we talk about General Dyer. Now, one knows the authorities' opinion of General Dyer, and so did he. He died a broken man, but unrepentant. And I have no hesitation in saying that General Dyer's action that day was the decisive factor in crushing the rebellion. The seriousness of which is now generally realized, but the Hunter Commission would not hear a word of evidence to say that the Punjab rebellion was connected in any way whatsoever to the Afghan invasion. The Indian Congress made a report that's called the Indian Congress Report on the Punjab, most of it written by Gandhi, and in that he says that it was my intention to crush political consciousness in India. No, Mr. Gandhi. My intention was to crush lawlessness and rebellion.
He's practicing, you don't miss.
Yeah, he's missing Alex.
If he's not that good at shooting, who shot? Oh. Well, at any point he could have done it and not get caught.
But it was a public event. He wanted that, yo. At any point, he went to the movies dead. What?
Pop,
right
pop.
there. Yep. They ain't had that yet. It's still the pew, everybody gonna die.
You don't even know.
Exquisite.
He probably met him. Oh.
How much for the box?
Free, sir.
Free?
For you.
For me?
Yes, I know you, sir. I serve below you. You governor, I worker at factory, railways, India.
India. Oh, thank you, Emma.
You're welcome, sir.
India. Now that's a trait I've always admired in the Indians. A willingness to please. India. Awful weather. Terrible food. Never bothered to learn the language, but I served the crown well in India. Now, the ordinary people, the common people, the peasants, they liked us. They never had any trouble with us.
Jesus, bro. Do you hear yourself?
But they're educated.
So,
I